Guys, welcome back to Life Short Live Free. We're out at the range today. Today we're going to talk about the Glock 43 versus the 43x and how you can take your stock Glock 43 and turn it into a 15 round gun for a pretty reasonable price. So stick around, check it out. Alright guys, so we're out here at the range, like I said, and we got my Glock 43. This was my typical carry gun that I've used for years and years. The only problem with this is it's only a 6-round capacity. So what I was doing, I was using I took the stock Glock mags and added a Terran Tactical extension to it. So this was just +1, so now you got 7. Then what I was doing as well was I added a 3-round, so you had 9 in that. Well, recently, Shield Arms has came out with their 15-round magazines, so pretty much has made the 43 obsolete. It's no longer used for it. So what I did, went and bought me a 43x frame. These can be had for 200 bucks or under. Goes right on your 43 slide, and Shield Arms has came out with these magazines here. They are the exact same size as the 43x mags. This fits 15, this fits 10. Let me say that again, 15 and 10, exact same size. It's, I mean, pretty freaking awesome. So if you're interested in doing this swap, it's pretty easy. You can go on Gunbroker. These can be had, these 43x frames can be had for 200 or less. Several months ago, I was seeing them on there for 135. And they will go back down, of course. Just right now is a little bit crazy, so you can pick these up for pretty reasonable. And all you got to do, disassemble your Glock 43, field strip it. This goes right on that, and you got yourself a 15-round gun when you combine it with the Shield Arms 15-round magazines. Now, the way that they did this, these are metal mags compared to, obviously, Glock is known for the polymer mags, a lot thicker. So there's a lot more room inside these. You can fit a heck of a lot more in there. So this, to me, I mean, this is the coolest thing since sliced bread. I absolutely love this. 15 rounds right in here. So I have not even put a single round through this yet. So what we're going to do, we're going to go and test this, see how it works. I'm going to put a ton of rounds through these mags. They are aftermarket mags, of course. I'm going to put a ton of rounds through these to make sure they function 100% before I'm going to trust my life to them, obviously, as I recommend you guys all do too. So let's do a little bit of shooting with it, see how I like this thing, and come back to the table and talk about it after we've done some shooting. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of shooting with this. First off, the first thing I notice is how much better this just feels in my hand rather than a 43 with an extension on it. The extension never felt quite right to me. It just never really gripped right. This has, I mean, it just feels nice. It feels really good. You get a solid purchase on the gun. So already with that, I'm happy. So I got 3 mags filled up. We're going to do a little bit of shooting, see if I like it as well shooting as I do just gripping it. So let's do a little bit of shooting and see how it does. I haven't done any shooting with this, so this is all I did was took the frame off, put the new frame on, so hopefully no hiccups, and we'll see how she goes. I like it. You'll notice I didn't hit steel for the first few rounds, but after that it just took a little bit of adjustment. The mag ran really well, so I'm happy with that. Let's put a few more through this. Hopefully she keeps running well. flawlessly. I'm digging it. I'm liking it so far. Awesome. Load up some more mags and do a little bit more.
Well, Sam just ran a few mags through it and figured I might as well test it out and see how I feel about it too. Looking for something more in the subcompact range, but always stuck with the 19 just because of the capacity, so I think this could be a good alternative. So I'm going to give it a test and see what I think about it. Ooh.
What do we got?
So we got a failure there. That's just dropping the slide. So we didn't quite get that round up there. That was just me dropping the slide with my thumb. If I'd have slingshot it, I don't know. When I put the next mag in, I'll slingshot it over the top and see if that happens again. I like it. Seems to be working good. There was that little malfunction, and I'm thinking that was probably just from me dropping the slide with my thumb. I think on some of these subcompacts, they just don't quite have the recoil spring power to really slam that slide home like I think some larger pistols do, but run it over the top, it'll work fine. But that could have been a complete fluke too. Brand new magazines, will keep running them and see how they do.
Alright, so I got 2 mags of Full Metal Jacket, just practice ammo, and then I got one mag I'm going to run through of my carry ammo. That's something a lot of people overlook. They don't go out and make sure their gun is running fine with their carry ammo as well, so something you always want to be cognizant of as well. So. This is my carry ammo, 124 Federal HST. Tends to have a little bit more pop with it, so I like to put a few mags through now and then just to be on the safe side. Definitely a lot more pop. A lot more snap to it, but not horrible. Yeah, she seems to be running well, other than that one little flub Johnson had, but I always rack the slide like that, and I haven't been having any issues. So put what, 9 rounds through it, or 9 mags through it now so far, and yeah, I'm gonna keep putting more until I'm comfortable carrying this. So let's let this thing cool off a little bit and go sit back down and get our final thoughts on it. All right, guys, welcome back for my final thoughts. So we just, me and Johnson put 9 mags through this thing. One small issue he had when he put a new mag in, he didn't slingshot it. He just hit the mag release. It didn't load all the way. So that's something I'm going to keep a very close eye on, obviously. You know, that's the only issue we had with it. And I never load it that way. I always do the slingshot, so that's going to be something I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm going to put a lot more mags through this thing before I start carrying it, I think. But the only other 2 issues that I found with it that I didn't absolutely love, first one being myself. Obviously, I typically shoot a 19 and a 19 with a red dot on it. So my accuracy with this thing is extremely subpar. I need to do a lot of work on that. So that's my fault, obviously. The other thing is, after on the last mag, my hands were starting to get fairly sweaty. This thing it's not super aggressive. I mean, there's a little bit of grip to it, but when my hands were sweaty, I was definitely starting to slip. Especially when I was shooting my self-defense rounds, they have a little bit more pop to them. I was starting to slip a little bit more. That's not going to be a huge issue for me because I am going to stipple this thing. It's going to be a lot more aggressive. I believe that will pretty much take away that issue for me. So overall, right now, I'm extremely happy with this purchase. I think it's a great upgrade going from a 43 to a 43x. So we'll show a little bit of a size comparison. I mean, from this to this, 6 rounds to 15 rounds, that's amazing to me. I mean, you can get it for half the price of a gun. You can have a hell of an upgraded, awesome gun. So far, I'm extremely happy with it. Mags, they seem to run extremely well. No issues other than that one Johnson had, but like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on that. But other than that, guys, like I said, definitely worth it. Less than 200 bucks. These can usually be found. These mags, they are a little bit spendier. They're around 40 bucks, I believe. But for me, that's definitely worth it. You know, you're going from a 10-round mag to a 15-round mag. Yeah, that's definitely worth it. It transforms a gun that really didn't have, that much use for me to one that's freaking awesome. Good capacity, and the way that it grips is just so much better. I like this frame a lot better than my 43 with the mag extensions. It feels so much better. It's such a positive purchase on it. Like I said, I am going to stipple it. So that may be something you want to look into yourself as well. The other option, of course, there is those, they got Talon grips and stuff. I used to run those years ago, and I was always happy with those. So that may be an option you want to look into as well. But yeah, extremely happy with it. I will put some more rounds through this. And like I said, always test your stuff, guys, especially when you're using aftermarket stuff. Make sure that it's going to run, and make sure that it's going to run with your carry ammo. You don't want to be stuck in a situation where you need it to defend your life, and you have an issue with it because you didn't thoroughly test it. So I always recommend that. But yeah, guys, make sure you check these out. Shield arms, awesome little deal. Glock 43x, hell of an awesome gun now that it's combined with these mags. So guys, if you got any questions, make sure to comment below. I'll get to you as soon as possible. Make sure to like and subscribe. And hit the bell to every time we upload a video, you'll be notified. So make sure you do that. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Until I talk to you next time, remember, life's short, live free, God bless. God bless America.